Sound check, sound check. I've been doing it every day. Welcome back to 1111 True Crime. Mama D in the house. Well, it's your turn. You get to ask all the questions that we want to know, right? And you guys are so much better at asking questions than I'll ever be. And I so appreciate every question you ask, because it might just be the information that we've been needing to know. And so with that, I am very honored to pull cards for you. Keep in mind, you have to write the word question and then post your question, because that's all I'm looking for. I don't want to get into the normal chatter. And then also, you need to be live with us in the live chat to ask the question. On replay, I am unable to answer the questions because I'm not there to pull the cards. I wish I could do it that way, but it doesn't work. Sorry. Everything is my humble interpretation of the cards. You may have a completely different interpretation of the cards. That's just fine. Everything is also my opinion and not to be taken as fact. Tarot is energy readings, and I am not 100% all the time. There is no tarot reader that is, but I'm pretty damn good. All right, my lovelies, with that, I go all over the place. I start at the top, I work my way down. Sometimes I just grab random things. Let's go ahead and get started. Our first question for the day is Kraken. Now, I have several cameras. I got this one, I got this one. I am not a professional camera person, so bear with me, right? I can only handle so many buttons on computers at once. With that being said, hey, we got sound today to start with. That's a good sign. I gotta switch this so that it shows me all chat. I hope everybody is doing well, and welcome back if you're returning with me, and welcome in if you're new. Make sure only ask one question at a time. Please avoid the words "and" in your question, because it's just too difficult. Question. Kraken would like to know, do you think the person who has took Nancy, or persons, have been back to the scene and been mingling with the newsmen YouTubers? All right. So are the perpetrators or the perpetrator coming back to the crime scene in a sense? And let me move that question down a little bit. Let me see, where do I do that? A button, right? Okay. Let's just move it. No. There. Down a little so that you can see the cards. Is this person mingling with the media or YouTubers out there in front of Nancy's house? Look at this. So what we have here, there's not always a yes or no. Sometimes it's the story to the answer. To the question. The answer to the question in a different way. What we have is betrayal. So we do have somebody that is doing something that is betraying. So, committing the crime and then going back and talking to media could be seen as a big betrayal. We have in and out sporadically, meaning they're inconsistent, but it's not outside the realm, because bottom of the deck, I got the star card. What is that? Getting attention. Spotlight on me. Highly likely. Highly likely. Excellent question. Thank you, Kraken. I appreciate you asking that question so very much. All right, now I'll go to the bottom and then we'll work our way back up. My throat chakra is bothering me today. Jason Bourne, question, was rope inside the backpack? Was rope inside the backpack? Good question. We may find out what was inside the backpack. Well, I'll tell you what was inside the backpack. It's something very bad, very toxic. And it could also be a chain or rope. See how these people are attached to each other? Well, they're attached by this chain and this lock in the middle. And so this is a restraint, right? So it could be considered a toxic restraint. Could be zip ties, could be a rope. We also have the Emperor, the boss guy. And there's that holding someone back. So this person, this is the Four of Pentacles. This person's greedy. But they're also holding on too tight. They got their feet planted on this. They're holding this with both hands. And they're wearing the other on their head so that they can see that nobody else can get this. This is theirs. Mine, mine, mine. Holding on too tight. So restraints is what I'm feeling. So it could be a rope. It could be zip ties. Just simply restraints could be in the picture. Excellent questions, you guys. Good job, Jason. Thank you, lovely. Question, loud question. Could she be at a hospital? Is Nancy Guthrie at a hospital? Well, that is interesting. I have Ace of Swords. Aces are generally yes. Ace of Swords is the clearest card in the deck. I'll continue to read the cards. Okay, that wasn't meant to happen. That was me, not the cards. There it is. Defensive and home. Defensive in the home. Bottom of the deck. That is an interesting answer. I have the King of Swords, which could be law. We have this Virgo energy, which is about following your intuition. It's also home-based card. Hermit, somebody that doesn't want to leave. It's also somebody hiding, in a sense, away from the world. We have this defensive hiding away from the world with law. And we have a yes. Unclear, but the cards are saying yes. I'm just reading cards, y'all. I'm not gonna... I'm just giving you the answer. Hello, Chloe. Question, will Nancy's body be found? Will Nancy's body be found? We have Three of Pentacles, which is the blueprint. Now, Three of Pentacles, this is the building card. This is the blueprint. This is the plan. These are the two architects that have designed the plan. This is the builder. And they're working together to build, right? So this is the plan. Bottom of the deck, I have the Magician and then the Ten of Cups. And the question that's being asked is, will Nancy's body be found? Well, it's going to take planning. It's going to take somebody actually planning. But this is the thing. This is an illusion, a trick. So there's a planned trick here. And I'm not understanding why I'm getting heightened emotion around this planned trick. So an illusion is taking place to find her. I am unclear on the answer, which is rare. But there is a blueprint. There is this plan, this action. But it's also this illusion, this trickery that causes heightened emotion. Show me this plan. I'm going to jump out of this real quick. Go a little further into this question. This plan is behind the scenes, has this crossing energy of a matriarch or a wedding or a gathering. It's a celebration. It's the Four of Wands. It's the highest path to take. So we have a plan to take a path with the deepest of emotions to get victory. I would say likely, but there has to be a plan of actually looking where she is. And I know that sounds, like, yeah, well, no, duh. But we don't have people looking. Tomorrow was the first time I'm hearing somebody's actually looking. So there's a little bit more to it, right? They actually have to be searching to find her. Karen, thank you so incredibly much for the $2 snooper chat. I saw your question right away. Do the family know the suspect or suspects? Good question, Karen. Do the families Do the family of Nancy Guthrie know? Yes, they absolutely do. This is an ace. They absolutely know it. Show me more. The Chariot, yes. Affirmative. We got an extra card here. So I did the Ten of Cups. It came that way, but I grabbed it kind of wrong. So I don't think it was in reverse. But we do have this confusion on the bottom of the deck. So this is the family card, and the family is confused. So there are some that aren't quite sure what to think about it. But yes, they do know the main boss person. Strength card, Leo energy. Excellent question. And thank you again for the $2 Snipper Chat, darling. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Mike Wheeler, hello. Question, could Nancy have accidentally saw something at Annie's home that she should not have? Did Nancy see something at Annie's home that she should not have? Liar, cheater, thiefer card. Seven of Swords. Independent energy. And Ace of Pentacles is saying, yeah. It's almost as if she saw or learned something that could have been part of that illusion. There's this liar, cheater, thiefer. It could be a perpetrator. It's this strategy around deceit, around possibly money, deceit around money. Yes, deceit around money. So I would lean toward yes. Bottom of the deck, we have a payout. That's wild. I would lean toward favorable. I would. Tina Kent, hello. Question, is the family aware if it's someone they know? Okay, last time we asked, do they know him? Now we're asking, do they know the perpetrator? Are they aware that they know? We have Eight of Cups, walking away. They think it's somebody in the inner circle. They absolutely do. That Two of Cups is what Nancy got when she saw who was really behind it. She got it too. It's somebody in her inner circle. And they feel that this person might not be present, might be MIA, going on a little walkabout. This is the family card. They feel it's somebody in the family. Wow. Some of them feel that it's someone in the family. Excellent questions. Okay, let me just grab another one. I like to grab them from different people so that I try to give everybody a chance. Hi, Donna. QQQ. Is the fact Tommaso's Facebook page had the word murder next to his pic in its description? JLR showed it before it was scrubbed. You're special, loved, and amazing. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Donna. Really. If you guys see stuff like that, grab screenshots and send it to me so I can share it with everybody. That would have been wild to see. Yippee from the hippie. Welcome back, lovely. Question, what does the infinity floating over the magician mean? Okay, let me come to top side. So when you get the infinity sign like that, it's a karmic lesson. It means basically that it's a pattern that's repetitive, that keeps happening and keeps happening. And you have to break out of the cycle. And so you could see it from traditional tarot, or you could look at it through true crime eyes. So traditional tarot, the infinity means that this magician has been able to pull off the same trick over and over and over again, and people aren't catching on. So they have all the tools in the trade to be able to continue to perform however they like. It also kind of means that in the true crime tarot, in the sense that this person has pulled something off over and over repetitively. Could be, lifetime criminals kind of thing. It could mean that there's a debt, a karmic debt that they're collecting on. Very, very good question, and thank you. All right, let's see who else has a question. Question, Alaskan Wolf. Did they take Nancy Guthrie to distract from the Zorro Ranch news about infants? I heard about the Zorro Ranch over in Mexico where Epsom salt owned it, and that they also had an anonymous person in the Epstein files suggest that 2 foreign girls were both strangled and that their bodies could be found outside that property. So good question, Alaskan Wolf Mom. Thank you for asking. And you're asking, is the Nancy Guthrie a case to distract away from Zorro Ranch news? Excellent question. Woo! We got a truth speaker. We got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, she's pretty much a truth speaker. She's also a whistleblower. She says, come at me right or don't come at me. Holding back information. Could be holding back the truth speakers, right? For defense. Laid to rest. I just told you, they said there could be bodies out there. Well, we got laid to rest. Could be a defensive mechanism, and it could be that whole distraction of, look over here, not over here. So commit one crime, and then commit another crime to cover it up, so that you're looking at this crime and not the other one. Could be. Could be. Could be. Thank you for asking that. Okay, let me see what else we have. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Russell White, question, is William Hubby involved? Woo, baby, do you know who William Hubby is? All right, let me walk you over to it. So we have Luke. Luke was detained on Friday the 13th in the Culver's parking lot, and his Range Rover was towed. His wannabe little girlfriend, Kayla, was actually arrested the night before. She had been busted in the year 2025, about 6 months ago or so, give or take a little there. With Luke, she had a PPU, an AR, no less, and Fent, right? So she's a no gooder. Well, her husband, William Hubby, was charged and went to prison, and as far as we know, he has been just recently released, right around the time that Nancy disappeared. And he went to prison for human trafficking. Raggy. William Hubble. Is William Hubby involved with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance? We have the Knight of Cups. We have an ignoring, overlooking, and we have the plan. Bottom of the deck, we have protecting how far you've come. Focus, please, and thank you. So what we have with the Knight of Cups is we have this knight in shining armor that's making this big offer. But the offer, as you can see, he's got his offer, his cup, it's being handed out. His offer is not being seen. People aren't seeing it. It's almost hidden in a way, ignored. The offer is a plan. There's that blueprint, those architects with the builder doing the blueprint to do the build. And then we have this defensive card, protecting how far you've come. And look at that. Justice is coming. This could be seen as law, right? Justice. Interesting, the home card. And Luke Daly must know William if he knows Kayla. He's definitely going to know about William. I don't know. He could have made an offer that nobody's seeing, right? There could have been an offer made to him that nobody's seeing. It wasn't exactly clear, but I think it's possible. All right, who hasn't had a chance to ask a question? We'll go with Spilled Paint. Hello, lovely. Welcome back. Not sure if this question was already asked since I'm late coming in. That's fine. Was there blood inside Nancy's house? Yes, I don't even need to pull cards for that one. That is a fact. Kraken, do you think the person who has done this to Nancy is watching this channel? Ooh, you just gave me the creeps. Ooh. Are the perp or perpetrators watching this channel? My channel. King of Cups. I've never had a question like this. Are the perps watching Mama D? Oh my God. For all I know, they could be watching me with Nancy. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my goodness. We have the King of Cups, which is deep emotion. And then we have Law watching me. We got Law watching me. That's highly likely. Seriously. I do believe they watch me quite often. And they've been watching me for a long time. And then I have the Queen of Pentacles. So that's interesting. That is also a long time. What do you think? Like I said, this is deep emotional investment. Could be Law. We have the King of Swords. You're asking if the perps, but I'm getting Law and perp. And then I'm getting this for a long time. That's eerie. I don't even want to know. I don't like questions about me, man. I don't necessarily want to know the answers. Oh my goodness. Jason Bourne question. Does the mixed home DNA include the abductor? Woo, baby, baby. That's a good question, Jason. You're getting the goat. You're getting the goat. Here's Billy the goat. You got the goat. All right. Is that mixed DNA? Got the abductor's DNA in it. That mixture of DNA, does that have? We got Three of Swords, King of Swords. Yes. The betrayer, right? That's what this is, betrayer. This is Law. This is seen. Evidence. Absolutely. The strongest yes I've got so far. Woo, woo. I tooted my own horn. Woo. Sometimes I'm a little nerdy. You just got to go with it, Cheeto. All right. So, yeah, you have the betrayer. That's what, anybody. Hold on, y'all. I need a drink. I talk so much, my throat gets so dry, and it's always cold here in the winter, and so we heat our house up and it dries my throat. We have the betrayer, Three of Swords, 3 swords in the heart. I mean, you know how bad that would hurt to be stabbed 3 times in the heart? We have the lawman, the law. I'm here to save the day, right? With the witness. Can I get a witness? With evidence, and the yes, the ace. And pentacles are tangible. There's something that you can hold in your hand. And so that's evidence in the True Crime Tarot. Affirmative. Excellent question. You do ask good questions there. Cup of Cats. Hello, lovely. Welcome back. Question. Did Nancy really return home after the evening at Annie and Tommaso Tomato? I'm getting loopy, y'all. This might have to be one of the last questions. Maybe one or two more. Did Nancy return home from Annie Tommaso's? We have confusion on that. We've got this seed planted. Could see as something buried, something secretive, but it's also the money tree. It talks about a harvest starting. There's the confusion, a lot of options. Let's continue. Did Nancy return back to her home? Thank you. Not necessarily. We have this crossing over. We have something buried crossing over. There could be something that we're missing on that. I can't say. When you start off with confusion, you're not going to get a clear answer. But we do have the money tree. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which always talks about this harvest, right, of collection. So there's something somebody's trying to collect, but it's taking so much time to cross over. Could be a will, right? And then we have the Hierophant, which is the will card, the estate. I will say it's possible. It's very possible. Okay, let me see. Who have I had a question from? Veronica. Thank you for asking. Question. Are the police tapping their home and phones? Who's they? Are you talking about Annie and Tommaso, hon? Are you talking about well, you have to almost be, right? Or are you talking about Luke? I'm going to take it that I'm just going to guess that you're talking about Annie and Tommaso. Queen of Pentacles, that's Nancy's energy. It's also very long-term investment. There's a trick about Nancy that we're not seeing. There is an illusion about Nancy. Did they tap Annie's phone? We're not seeing something clear about the liar, cheater, thiefer. Did they tap the phone? It's not giving me a straight answer. What I'm getting is that in that answer about if they've tapped the phone in the home, is that we have this illusion about this long-term queen that's established in, that'd be Nancy. We have this celebration of a liar, cheater, thiefer, celebrating liar, cheater, thiefer, deception, celebrating deception, and holding back. The seer, they may very well have, this is the seer card, meaning this person can either see or hear, but is gaining the knowledge. So I would say it's highly likely. Strength could also be seen as, you're controlling the beast, right? And there's a lot of communication issues about the death and the hidden secret of the King of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting. I just thought of something. What if the whole time I've been reading that Queen of Pentacles is Nancy's energy, but the perps are seeing Savannah as the Queen of Pentacles? So, I do appreciate your questions, but I'm going to ask real quick. Is the Queen of Pentacles in the reading on Nancy Guthrie actually about Savannah Guthrie? The World card. There she be. Major Arcana. And look at this. Yes, that changes my reads altogether. So the Queen of Pentacles, Savannah. And I'm not saying that she's guilty. I'm saying they're doing this to get at Savannah. We have swift action, absolutely Ace of Swords, and I have to close down the cycle. They are trying to clearly shut her down swiftly. So they took the mother from the bed and traveled with her. And there is Savannah. And this is the plan, to get to Savannah. That was the decision all along. And I bet you that is what we've been ignoring. There was this payout, this exchange. You could see this as an exchange between Savannah and allowing one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims to talk. This is a payout, somebody being paid by a king. Work to go on this journey. They paid an offer to travel the victim. Wheel of Fortune, karmic, this comes from the past, yeah. Wow. Now I've got to refigure a lot of my readings because I always saw the Queen of Pentacles as Nancy. But to be honest, she's refinanced her house so many times. Jennifer Swain pointed out one time, do you think that Queen of Pentacles could really be Savannah? She's the one that's worth like what? $40 million or whatever it is. And I said, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But I do now. I agree with you. I really, really do. That changes everything. House event, last question of the day, my lovelies. Question, did Annie and T-Man flee the country? We did ask this and we got a no for Annie and a yes for T-Man. So we have to ask separate. But we'll ask again. Did Annie leave the country? I think law has their eye on Annie. Did Tommaso leave the country? Payout and exchange favorable. Did Annie? High Priestess. They've got their eye secretly on her. And she has a secret. She has knowledge that she's not sharing with law. Did Tommaso leave the country? Traveled across the ocean. Queen of Swords, truth spoken. Again, it says that Annie did not, but that Tommaso did. That's what I'm picking up. Thank you, House of M Lovely. And like I told you, I got your gift all ready to go, your order all ready to go. And it will ship out on Monday, lovely. You'll get a tracking number. All right, my lovelies, I'm coming to top side. That is what I have for you today. Woo-wee! So the Queen of Pentacles is actually Savannah's energy. I had not been seeing it, and that's why we have to be so careful as tarot readers, because you can get tunnel vision so easy. Like I've always seen that as Nancy. And even though it does imply Nancy in some cases, it's also meaning Savannah. And is this a distraction to make us think that she's being held captive when actually it was a message to shut down Savannah? Now think about it. Poor Savannah is thinking she didn't get to go do her Olympics over in Italy that she planned, that she worked so hard to learn everything, get everything ready. She didn't get to do it. Her mother's been taken. But is it more about shutting her down on that world card, worldwide communication? Really makes you wonder. All right, my lovelies. I hope that you will jump back on with me here on Monday. Tomorrow I will be taking off. Tomorrow is my day of rest. God rests on Sunday. I do fun things on Sunday. I will be sharing with you over on Crime Story Mama, our Starlight World. And I have built a ton of little boats at night while I listen to JLR and other people. I play a little gaming. So if you're into that, we have our Starlight World which is amazing. We also have 1111dex.com, and let me give you that address right here. It's kind of small, but it's there. 1111dex with an S.com. Check that out. All the purchases that you make are what pay my bills and allow me to continue to do what I love and giving the voice back to the voiceless, as well as giving you a chance to get your voice heard too by asking questions, sharing your opinion, and together I think we make an amazing team. I love you. I truly do. Thank you for the likes, the subs. After the video, hype it up on the replay. Thank you to my replay crew. Thank you for this Emmy. All right, I'll be quiet. I love you guys. I will see you again. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Monday. I love you. As always, say a prayer, please, for Miss Nancy Guthrie and Savannah and Cameron family, right? I'm not saying don't pray for Annie because I think she's going to need more prayers than the rest of them. But that's just my humble opinion. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
I was born to the dirt, I shall return when my eyes are closed. In the shadows, my enemies will think that